when rushing, I think of the RaDonda Vaught case. She, again, another person who came and spoke at our summit. One of the things that happened with her, because they were doing this test, they had a very short time window. They had given the drug to a patient and they had to do a scan, and they only had a certain time window to do that scan in. And so they give the patient the drug. The patient then complains about being nervous and needs a medication to calm down. And so now RaDonda, who's been brought in to cover for somebody on break, is now rushing because she has this short time window. She has to go get a drug, get it out of the cabinet, and get back and administer it. Well, she goes to the cabinet, runs into errors and problems typing it in. The system's broken, not working. She has to go to the manual. So she's now getting more and more behind every second. And you can see the mistakes that were made in there under that time pressure, how it can lead to people then taking shortcuts, like in her case, not performing the 5 rights. So all of these little things can kind of add up when you're under time pressure, and your decisions, it feels like there's a boulder that's pushing and pushing and pushing, and you got to do your little Indiana Jones run where it's coming behind you, and those kind of things can lead people to, feel that pressure and start to make bad decisions. And in her case, and she admits this, she made several mistakes that led to a person, ultimately dying. And when we helped and went through that, the underlying human factors led to those kind of problems. All of these safeguards that had failed in the system, and it really just came down to relying on her to have caught that she had typed in and grabbed the wrong medicine. And she would have had to read carefully and perform that 5 rights very specifically to have not made that. And so when you have those elements of time pressure with bad human factors and failed safeguards, it can really, really set people up for, horrific outcomes.
And a lot of times these are, again, multi-layered, where there's so many external forces that are coming at play here. With the time pressure, we also talked about typing in the code. It was an override, a system override that everybody was doing. So that puts us right back to the illusion of safety and familiarity. We all do this. We all type in the code. And so those stops, those checks, those things that were supposed to prevent things weren't there.